Check it out. Man is waiting to kill himself with a nuclear weapon. It's so dangerous. He don't know what to do with it. It's kill boys and girls, beasts and birds. What he
Whoa,
gonna
whoa,
do?
whoa, whoa. Do anybody see what's going on? The Israeli is going around and blowing up everything. And guess what? Those dead leaders in Africa don't sit back. Sit back waiting for the United States to bodyguard them. The government of the United States is not going to bodyguard them. Hell no. He's not going to bodyguard anyone unless they're in favor of his doing. So, Israel gone mad. I call him European because you're not no Israelite. They gone mad. Blowing up every country. And the leaders don't sit back. And what they do, they just mumble a little bit. And cool down because they can't do shit. They're weak. They don't know to come together. They don't know to be a bunga. They want to be one piece of wood. And by they want to be one piece of wood, they can't do shit. But the only thing they can do, talk. Why are you trying to wait in the United States to protect you? Protect you from what? United States is giving guns and dynamite to other countries to fight you. And you're waiting in the United States to protect you. You gotta be a bullshitter. Or you lose your sense of direction. United States doesn't care about the Middle East. For what? They're not the protector. You got to protect your people. That's why you are there as a government, to protect your people. And if you fail to protect your people, the people should get rid of you as a government and form another government. Straight up. And if you can't understand what I'm saying, you're too deaf and you're too blind and you can't see nothing. Straight up. You don't need United States to protect you. United States must protect the United States. But they go all over in other countries, and the country they put up their ammunition in their country because they're getting paid. Hello? They have to be getting paid to do that. Why you want the United States to have his army in your country? For what reason? And you have your own army. You can't protect yourself? If you cannot protect yourself, you don't need to be alive. Hello? If you cannot protect yourself from danger, you don't need to be alive. So therefore, you don't need the United States to be protecting your country. That's why you have a government. So you're playing Santa Claus with the United States government. And that's how it is. All of those countries that have the United States Army into their country, they're all puppet. Every one of them. They're puppet to the United States, so they're not going to do nothing when the United States say something pertaining to them. They're going to be silent. So they're going to be silent in their doing because they let the United States government in. Just think about it. You got your own army and you let the United States bring his army into your country. 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, 50,000. What type of bullshit is that? Because you want protection. What's happened to your army to protect your people? So that's why United States dominate all over the world. Are you following me? So by they can dominate that way, they have the power over you. And by they have the power over you, they do what they want, and they're trying to let Israel have the power over you too. The people call themselves Israeli. They're Europeans. And I don't know why my people cannot get it. I have been saying this for 30 years. They are European. They're not from the land of El Cabilan. For those of you who do not know the name El Cabilan, you can look it up. It's the name that my ancestors gave unto the land that you call Africa. And for those of you who do not understand that, I can help you. You got to wake up. And once the black man wake up, he will understand what I'm saying. You got to wake up, people. The white man have his army all over Africa. And the people are going like they're blind. They're going unconcerned. They can't see, they can't hear. I do not understand. I'm driving and you know, I'm sharing my thought driving. So I'm looking at all these people messing around. You got to share your thought. So if you can't share your thought, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Straight up. And that's how it is. You got to share your thought. When you see the wrongness of the American government on the leaders of small country is bowing down to the American government. So they have to be getting paid. Straight up, they have to be getting paid. Else they would not be doing what they're doing. And that's how it is. If they were not getting paid, they would not be doing that. You know what I mean? So something wrong someplace. And that's how it is. So as I said, we got to wake up. That's what we got to do, wake up. Then we can understand what's taking place. Peace, respect. And that's what's going on. We got to wake up. How are we going to wake up? Look at the brutality that is taking place. And once you can see the brutality, then you can understand what is taking place. Look, the American government just go into Venezuela water, the Caribbean water, and kill about 8, 9, 10 people and say they have drugs, and those drugs that they're carrying should be floating in the water. They don't take up the body of those people that they kill, and they don't take up the drugs. So that's a big old brutality take place right there, and everybody's silent. You don't heard anyone speaking about it. So what I'm saying, that's brutality. So when the American government do all this killing, they kept silent. And also the other government of the small country kept silent. Because they are afraid to utter, either they're getting paid or something. But as I said, if we don't wake up, all these problems going to take place with the doing of the American government, because they want the one world order. And by they want the one world order, yes, as I said, the God of the Bible is not going to save you from the destruction. The destruction which is going to take place on this planet, the God of the Bible is going to burn up all mankind. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian, doesn't matter if you're a sinner, as you call it, he's going to destroy mankind. Burn them with fire. Turn them into dust. What do you think? Do you think it's for real? Or it's just a bunch of fairy tale? Which one do you think it is? Because the people aren't concerned. Why the people aren't concerned? Because they don't know that the nuclear weapon will destroy them completely. A lot of people do not know that. So by they do not know, they figure everything is okay. But mankind have the plan to destroy the whole planet. I mean the life that on the planet. They cannot destroy the planet because it have no place to go. It's in space. But many people are not using their thought and their idea and their understanding in that manner. So they just do anything they want to do and leave the natural things alone. They don't base on the natural things. The earth have no place to go, so you cannot destroy it. It's impossible. And by this impossible, you have the overstanding. So now, when you cannot overstand, you have a lot of problems. And that's how nature works. And once you understand how nature works, you will understand all things. The God of the Bible is not going to save you from the destruction. No. Because that's not his plan. If he is, we don't know. We don't speak about things that we don't know. Because no one never see God. And no one never speak with God. But there's a lot of preachers tell you they speak to God. And they fill with disease. If I'm speaking with God, I would tell God to remove all the disease from my physical body. And also the people that is bowing down to Him. But that is not going on. No. And by that is not going on, the people lost a sense of direction. How do they lose a sense of direction? Because you're going with belief. And by you're going with belief, belief is not a proof of anything. You know what I'm saying? Belief is not a proof of anything. So you can't use belief to prove things. God is, you'll see Him. If He's a man, you will see Him. Spirit you cannot see, because spirit is an invisible thing. Not with the naked eye. But as I said, if we don't wake up, we're going to have a lot of problems. Because we started off this belief, and by you using belief, it's not any proof of anything. And that's what's happening. So we got to wake up. Once we wake up, we will understand what is going on. But by we not understanding what's going on, we get stuck. And by we get stuck, we gonna have a lot of problem. Straight up. A lot of problem we gonna have. So we gotta wake up, black man. We gotta wake up. Yes, the government going around shooting up people and accuse them of having narcotics, and they do not pick the narcotics up from the ocean. They don't pick up the dead body from the ocean. So somebody playing game. Somebody playing game with the life of others. And if the government is playing game with the life of others, you could imagine, because the government is to protect the people. That's how it is. The government is to protect the people so the people don't kill each other. But government is not doing that. They're going around and causing problems. And the American government is the main one. Main troublemaker. So as I said, we got to wake up, black man, and see what the government is doing also. We got to see what they're doing. They're killing people for no reason and make believe they're not doing anything. And that is messed up. That is messed up. As I said, we gotta wake up, black man. If we don't wake up, we're gonna have a lot of problems. And nobody's gonna solve our problem beside ourselves. Straight up. Straight up. Nobody's gonna solve our problem. And what is our problem? We need to get together. We need to have food. We need to have the land.
It's so dangerous.
So we can plant grains. So we can build our shelter.
We don't know what to do.
Because the
with
white
it.
men have all of that land. Huh? The white men got all the land.
Girls,
So all I can tell you,
peace and
wake up. Respect.